What's up, guys? Yesterday, if you haven't seen it, I posted my Warden build. Now, this is a crit build, and I started getting comments like this. Now, asking questions is fine, but then there's this dude that is, I don't know, he thinks he knows everything, and he told me that my build is the worst build ever. Now, wouldn't this just be a little bit embarrassing if he was the one that was wrong? So let's talk about how crit cap and resistance cap in general in PvP works. Alright, so I understand why there's a lot of confusion around this matter. I'm going to give you guys some numbers so you can know them and understand and be able to work this stuff out for yourself. So the first one is 66 in pen is 1%. It's just like 660 physical resistance is 1%. Basically, in pen works exactly the same minus a 0. I wish Loss would just change this and make in pen be the same as spell and physical, and I think we'd see a lot less confusion going on here. But unfortunately, this is the way it is. So 50% in pen crit mitigation is 3300 in pen. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about how the crit damage cap interacts with InPen and why having over the crit damage cap is actually a good idea if you're running a crit build. There's no really easy way of explaining this than just showing and giving you guys an example. So in the background, you can see I have 123% crit damage. I couldn't quite get 125% perfectly, but we are so damn close. I dual pass, I do my little swipe, I get damage numbers, I run away, and I increase my crit damage by a lot. Now, if this worked the way that this guy in my comment section is saying it works, when we increase our crit damage by 20-25%, we should not see an increase besides the 2% because we're just under the cap in that test. But we see a massive increase of 10%. Now, you may be wondering why this is only 10% and not like the 20, and it's just got to do with the way that like spell and physical resistance and stuff works. If the person had no actual damage mitigation, we would see that full increase. It's just because they have armor and CP and all of those things. That's why we only see, only 10% more damage is a huge increase. But you may have already understood how this works, but I'll spell it out for those that haven't. Basically, in pen values, in a way, increases the crit damage cap. So everyone in the game has 20%. That base in pen value that you have on your character, no matter what, is 20%, and everyone gets that. Now, the other thing is Rallying Cry. With Rallying Cry and the base in pen and an in pen trait on your armor, you're at 50% crit mitigation. So this, in theory, raises the crit damage cap up to 175%. I can't explain it any more than that. I've shown you the test. I hope you understand it. If you're still confused, leave me a comment in the comment section. But while we're here, I just want to point out that spell and physical resistance works the same way. If you have 40,000 resistance, when the cap is only 33,000, but the player that is hitting you has 10,000 penetration, then you are still under the cap. It's why tanks in PvP build like 40, 45k resistances, because they know that people hitting them have penetration. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are a little bit smarter after watching this video and have a little bit more knowledge that you guys can take forward and use in your own build theory crafting and just your time in the game. Never, ever, ever feel bad for asking a question. If you don't know or if you're unsure, ask questions. Don't be this guy and make a fool of yourself. And just really quickly, before we wrap things up, I'd just like to pass on a little message to that guy in the comment section. And to everyone else, I love yous, and I'll catch yous next time. Peace.
You guys aren't in range of my camp, by the way. You could try to get towards front door.
No! Fuck you! No! Fuck you!
Oh my god.
Okay, we try to put Camp